Let's jump right into it. Number 10. Crows in Japan have figured out how to use traffic lights as nutcrackers. These feathered geniuses drop walnuts onto busy intersections, wait for cars to run them over and crack them open, then swoop down during red lights to collect their perfectly shelled snacks. They've literally turned 4,000-pound vehicles into their personal kitchen appliances. But here's where it gets insane. Young crows are learning this technique by watching their parents, meaning they're passing down this urban survival hack through generations. We're witnessing the birth of crow culture in real time. Number 9. City foxes in London have developed something researchers are calling super hearing. Living next to constant traffic, construction noise, and millions of people should make hunting impossible for an animal that relies on detecting tiny mouse footsteps. Instead, urban foxes have evolved ears that can filter out low-frequency city noise while amplifying the high-pitched sounds of their prey. It's like they've grown biological noise-canceling headphones that work in reverse. These foxes can now hear a mouse squeaking from twice the distance of their countryside cousins, even while standing next to a busy road. Number 8. Elephants in Kenya have become night shift workers. Traditionally, elephants feed during both day and night, but those living near human settlements have completely flipped their schedules. They've learned that humans are mostly asleep between midnight and 5 a.m., so that's when they make their move. Entire herds now tiptoe through villages in complete darkness, raiding crops and water sources with the stealth of creatures 100th their size. A 6-ton animal learned to sneak. Think about that. They've also developed a whisper language, communicating through infrasonic rumbles so low humans can't hear them, coordinating these midnight missions like elephant special forces. Number 7. Urban raccoons have hands that are getting more human-like every generation. City raccoons face locks, latches, garbage can mechanisms, and door handles that their forest cousins never encounter. Within just 50 years, researchers have documented measurable changes in raccoon paw dexterity and problem-solving abilities. Their fingers are becoming longer and more nimble, their grip strength has increased, and their spatial reasoning skills now rival those of some primates. We accidentally created a selection pressure that's turning raccoons into furry little burglars with PhD-level lock-picking skills. Some urban raccoons can now open complex puzzle boxes that stump raccoons from rural areas. Number 6. Pigeons have developed magnetic vision that helps them navigate subway systems. Cities create massive electromagnetic fields from all the wiring, radio signals, and electronic infrastructure. Instead of being confused by this electronic chaos, pigeons have learned to read it like a GPS system. They can sense the unique electromagnetic signature of different subway lines and use them as underground highways. Pigeons literally see magnetic fields as colored overlays on their vision, and they've learned that certain colors lead to certain parts of the city. They're using our own technology against us to become better at being pigeons. Number 5. Wolves near Chernobyl have evolved to eat radiation. 37 years after the nuclear disaster, wolves in the exclusion zone have developed gut bacteria that can break down radioactive compounds and use them as an energy source. These wolves aren't just surviving in one of the most contaminated places on Earth. They're thriving. Their population has grown to 7 times larger than it was before the accident. Scientists studying their DNA found mutations that specifically help them process radiation damage and repair cellular damage faster than normal wolves. They've essentially become living, breathing Geiger counters that can turn nuclear waste into lunch. Number 4. Urban coyotes have learned to use traffic patterns for hunting. In cities like Chicago and Los Angeles, coyotes have figured out that rush hour creates perfect hunting opportunities. They position themselves near busy intersections and highway on-ramps, knowing that the noise and chaos will flush out small animals from hiding spots. But here's the brilliant part. They've learned the timing of traffic lights and use the stop-and-go patterns to their advantage. When traffic stops, prey animals think it's safe to cross. When traffic starts moving again, panicked animals run straight into waiting coyote jaws. They've turned our daily commute into their personal hunting ground. Number 3. Bees in cities are becoming immune to pesticides at a rate that's shocking scientists. Urban bees face a constant low-level exposure to dozens of different chemicals from car exhaust, industrial pollution, and pest control efforts. Instead of dying off, city bee populations are developing resistance to toxins that would kill their rural cousins in minutes. Their immune systems have become so robust that some urban hives can survive pesticide exposure levels that are 20 times higher than what's considered lethal. These super bees are also living longer, producing more honey, and showing increased intelligence when it comes to finding new food sources in concrete jungles. Number 2. Dolphins in Australia have learned to use marine construction sites as fish processing plants. Near coastal cities where underwater construction is happening, dolphins have figured out that the vibrations from pile driving and underwater drilling stun fish without killing them. Groups of dolphins now follow construction boats, waiting for the perfect moment when the machinery creates a fish-stunning field. They've essentially learned to use industrial equipment as a fishing net. Dolphins coordinate their attacks with construction schedules, showing up right when work begins and leaving when it stops. They've turned our habitat destruction into their personal seafood buffet, Number 1. Urban bears have developed credit card fraud skills. Bears in areas like Tahoe and Yellowstone have learned that certain types of cars contain food, and they've gotten scary good at identifying which vehicles belong to tourists versus locals. They can recognize rental car license plates, camping gear configurations, and even specific car models that typically belong to visitors. But here's where it gets wild. Some bears have learned to open car doors by watching humans do it. They've figured out that the handle needs to be pulled while pushing the door, and they can do it with their claws. Park rangers have documented bears systematically working their way through parking lots, checking every tourist car like they're running a professional theft operation. They've basically become 400-pound car burglars with a perfect success rate. I'll make similar videos in the future. Subscribe to see them.